Let's look at what we want you to do for your first homework. We would like for you to look at the setting in life of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, where again we're trying to answer the big question of what the text meant, and we're looking at it in terms of its history. We're trying to understand the author, the audience, the date, the occasion, and the place, so that we can have a frame of reference for us to understand the particular passage that we are studying. You'll notice that we have to ask, why do we need to do this? And again, we want to discover the background information of the author, audience, date, occasion, and place to help us better understand the passage of Scripture that we're dealing with. I suggest that you take some time and consider some of the following questions to show you why things like knowing something about the author or the audience or the date or the occasion might in fact impact some of the assumptions and presuppositions that you bring to the text. For example, if you were going to study this 2004 Republican National Convention held in New York, what would some of your assumptions be if you knew the author were a Republican as opposed to a Democrat? Think in terms of whether they would be pro what they were going to be reporting on or anti what they were going to be reporting on. Think in terms about some of the subject matter that you would assume would be in this report. And you can just kind of look through these questions and see why things like author and audience, date, occasion, and place are so very, very significant to help frame a reference for us so that we can understand the particular passage. How do we want you to do this? Just follow along. First, we would like you to read the book several times, looking for what we call internal evidence. That is, what does the passage of Scripture actually tell us about the author or the audience or the date? For example, in most of Paul's letters, he begins by describing himself in some sort of way, whether it's an apostle or a servant. Those are the kinds of things that you're looking through as you read through the book several times. Secondly, we want you to then research what we would call external evidence for author, audience, date, etc. You can do that with the epistles especially in a couple of ways. One, you can cross-reference it in the book of Acts and see what you know about the setting for the particular epistle that you're studying. And then also you can go to the other research materials such as commentaries, encyclopedias, Bible background books to help there. 3, notice where there are going to be agreements and where there are disagreements. This is especially helpful if things like the dating it tends to be an issue, or if an authorship is called into question or a particular audience. And so you want to try to understand what all the different views are. Number 4, you want to try to see if those are going to be significant in your understanding of the particular text. And then we simply want you to summarize your findings. Obviously, you can write lots on each of these. We want you to discriminate in your reporting and only report what applies and what is relevant. Again, here's what we would like you to do. We would like you to research the setting in life, including the following ideas. 2, we would like you to consider the questions listed under each of these themes in the exegetical process explanation. That's the big Word document that's posted for you. 3, we would like you to provide a summary statement or short paragraph for each of those items: author, audience, date, occasion, and place. And then finally, provide a bibliography of the sources used. Your final homework should look something like this. Give us your heading, include those items, give us a summary statement or paragraph for each of those, and then provide the bibliography. Thank you.